Well, good evening, everybody. I done made it home, made it through this crazy traffic, and so now here I am sitting in more frustration. So hopefully there are going to be some middle-aged people out there that can relate to being a single parent of grown children. I really never thought my life would be so stressful once they hit adulthood, but it's like 10 times worse than raising them just because you're kind of out of control of everything that they do. And the part about being a single parent is everything that they do, you have to be the one to deal with it. So whether it's coming home, as of today, coming home and being ready to relax, but I can't relax because the dishes aren't done. The floor needs to be cleaned. The dogs need to be fed. The dog's water bowl was completely empty. Those things frustrate me. Just the fact that they even, can make money, go to jobs and get paid and they absolutely have no bills to pay. Sure, if I ask them for something or if I need help, they'll help me. But they're pretty much living the easy life right now because they don't have a lot of responsibilities. The thing that bothers me is having to deal with certain issues and being the only one, and I don't know. I hate that I keep saying but I have young boys, young men, 21 and 22, and things happen. Sometimes the police get called. Sometimes they have things that they need to do that they don't fall through with, and there are consequences. I feel like I'm always someone stressing out about whether or not they did what they were supposed to do. If they didn't, then now what? And then I'm the one that's constantly talking to them, reminding them, trying to advise them how to handle things. Now, mind you, they do have a very good, close relationship with their dad. But, he lives in Texas. He's here right now, but normally he lives in Texas. He travels back and forth from Texas to Arizona. And so he hears about things, he hears about things. I mean, he's never actually the one here dealing with it. Even just everyday things, like coming home and cooking. Like, I can't come home and just cook for myself. Like, I have to cook for them. And if we have no food in the fridge, then I can't just buy for myself. I got to make sure that everybody has something. I got to make a meal. It's just a lot of things that just bug the hell out of me. And sometimes I just want to break. Like, I don't want to think for you. I don't want to have to remind you of nothing. I want to come home and have my home totally spotless. I think one of the things that I look forward to the most when they actually grow up and get their own places and are very steady and reliable, in everything that they got to do. I look forward to coming home to a clean house. When I leave in the morning and I come back and everything is exactly as it was, oh man, I long for that day. Right now I have this routine as I get off of work, I want to come home, I want to relax. I'm a couch potato. I love to watch TV. I can't do that unless everything's clean, So if I got to come home and do all this cleaning, then I got to cook. By the time I really actually get to sit down, settle down, it's like hours and hours after I've gotten off of work. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating because everybody goes on with their life and they only think about themselves. No one ever stops to say, hey, you know, this is mom's house. We're staying in mom's house. Let's clean up. Let's not leave this out. Let's, you know, do this. No, of course, nobody ever thinks about that. So I'm just like totally frustrated most days. I'm thankful to God that everybody is alive and everybody is able to just keep trying to reach their goals, you know. I'm really, really thankful for life because my best friend just lost her son. He was murdered. And it's very hard to think about because when you have young men, like it could have been me, you know, it could have been my son, it could have been your son. You know, we've already been in a serious situation where my son could have been killed. You know, we're still going through victim services and they're still doing court for the person that killed his friend. You know, they all got shot at. His friend was the one that died and my son lived. You know, it's just so many serious things going on in the world. Like, oh my goodness, I just want to relax. I don't want to worry about everybody else's problems. I don't want to come in and clean up everybody else's mess. You know, I wish the dad, my ex, was a little bit more stable where everybody could, you know, go live with him, go to his house. You know, let me get a break. I have to say this to you guys because if I say it to anyone else, people's feelings get hurt. But they really just don't understand how tiring this is. Like, I've been doing this since I was 21. I've been with my husband for 20 years. And he wasn't always the best. He was a great dad. But, you know, he got to have his freedoms in between. My job never stopped. Still hasn't stopped. And it's frustrating. But anyway, I'm home. I made it here. I'm about to relax. If you're a single parent of grown children, God bless you. That brings to mind, back in the day, some years ago, I worked with this older white woman. Not that race even matters. But she was a mother to 3 sons. When she found out that I had 2 boys, she just looked at me and she just said, bless you. Now I know what she means, like, good luck. It's hard. It's stressful. I'm surprised I haven't had a heart attack, anxiety attack, a stroke, just from all the stuff that goes on. But I'm still here. I thank God. So anyway, this is just another little blurb from the life of an urban Indian. I'm home. I'm with my dogs. You know, Indians love dogs. Hey! She's over there digging. Anyway. Beep beep. She ain't trying to be on camera. But anyway, shout out to all the working single mothers out there, the grown children. God bless you. Anyway, y'all, this is it for now. Talk to you later. Bye.